Bago dahil sa ito ay kinakailangan tayo na magtulong-tulong na paunlarin ang mahal nating bayan. Panahon na magbabago at iayos ang mga dapat ayusin. Dapat lang maging tungkulin ng bawat mamamayan dito sa atin. Gawin ng pagbabago patungo sa pag-asenso, magsikap ng mabuti at ng guminhawa tayo.
Please remain standing for the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the ASEAN Hymn.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, hanap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay.
Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting. Sa manlulupi, di ka pasisingil.
Sa dagat ang tulong, sa simoy at sa langit mong lugaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal.
Ang iskap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidingding.
Ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may di magdidiin. Mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
A whisper in the breeze, it calls our name. Across the seas, we are the same. Through tides that rise, through storms that wane, we sail as one beneath the sun. One vision, one ocean, together in motion. We rise, we shine, we reach for the sky. One heart, one dream, through the waters we gleam. ASEAN, we are one till the end of time.
The stars above, they light our way. From golden dawns to dusky grays, we weave the threads of hope today.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated. Our host this evening is one of the country's most respected voices, a multi-awarded broadcast journalist, United Nations Women National Goodwill Ambassador, Karen Davila.
Good evening, His Excellency Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Mr. President, good evening. Our First Lady, I'm feeling nervous actually being in front of you right now. And distinguished members of the Diplomatic Corps, partners from the business community, I have the distinct honor tonight of hosting this very historic ceremony. Tonight is the handover of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council Chairship. This is historical for the Philippines and one of the legacies of this administration. Our gathering tonight is rendered even more historic by a significant milestone. It is the 25th anniversary of the ASEAN-BAC. ASEAN leaders established this in 2001, and they spent over a quarter of a century ensuring that the private sector remain involved in building and shaping our region. Tonight, we celebrate the transition of the leadership from Malaysia to the Philippines. Please give ourselves a hand. And tonight, we're joined by ASEAN Business Advisory Council members, joint business councils, key partners and sponsors, different organizations who share a commitment to the integrated and prosperous ASEAN. Last November, shortly after receiving the gavel from Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, President Marcos Jr. officially launched the Philippines ASEAN 2026 campaign. It was the theme, Navigating Our Future Together. ASEAN-BAC reinforces this vision through its guiding theme, Advancing Prosperity for All, an inclusive economy for all. Many of you may not know, but ASEAN is a $4 trillion economy. It's quite powerful when you think of it. 11 nations, and we are poised to become the 4th largest economy. The question is ASEAN really using that power collectively? Together, ASEAN is strong. Before we look ahead, as we turn over the leadership to the Philippines, let's relive 2025.
In 2025, a year defined by geo-economic uncertainties and the mantle of ASEAN chairmanship, ASEAN Business Advisory Council Malaysia stepped forward with clarity of purpose and conviction. With the theme of unifying markets for shared prosperity, it reflects our shared mission and complements Malaysia's theme on inclusivity and sustainability. This progress was delivered through 3 strategic tracks: impact-driven initiatives, regional engagements, and high-level convening leadership. First, our focus has been on 12 practical initiatives that will progress ASEAN economic integration, and we have delivered tangible results. We advocated for the ASEAN business entity, ASEAN Common Carbon Framework, ASEAN IPO prospectus, and these are firmly on the agenda of policymakers. We produced 4 substantive reports on ASEAN private markets, CSR, sustainability, and telemobility. We've launched 5 new platforms to ensure our important work streams continue, namely ASEAN Private Markets Council, AI Malaysia, Malaysia Carbon Market Association, ASEAN CSR Council, ASEAN Sustainability Reporting Advocacy Collaborative. We initiated several cross-border projects and ASEAN-themed products to demonstrate that ASEAN-BAC can go beyond policy advocacy and get deals done. To ensure these initiatives gain support, we brought our agenda directly to ASEAN and beyond, including the United States, United Kingdom, Russia, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, with the support of the Joint Business Councils. Through 14 roadshow destinations, we promoted our initiatives to government agencies and private sector entities, creating the momentum required to transform our initiatives into measurable outcomes. The third pillar of the chairmanship was convening high-level meetings and platform where movers and shakers came together to advance implementation, starting with the launch of the chairmanship in Penang, which set the stage for national and regional engagements. Throughout 2025, besides hosting council meetings and joint business council meetings, we also initiated the ASEAN-GCC China CEO Roundtable, a landmark platform that elevated ASEAN's business engagement with major global partners. We also orchestrated a series of impactful events and conferences that highlighted the collaborative efforts between ASEAN-BAC Malaysia and our trusted partners. We closed the chairmanship chapter with the flagship ASEAN Business and Investment Summit, ABIS, and ASEAN Business Awards, ABA 2025, before handing the chairmanship to the Philippines. 2,300 delegates from 36 countries, including heads of governments and ministerial representatives, convened in Kuala Lumpur and celebrated ASEAN's best companies at a star-studded evening, further cementing ABIS and ABA as a premium regional platform for ASEAN businesses. In 2025, ASEAN-BAC Malaysia delivered results, built momentum, and advanced ASEAN's economic agenda. We're delighted to hand over the chairmanship to the Philippines for stronger impacts and greater heights. All the best to the Philippines. Lahat ng pinagkamahusay.
What a beautiful reflection coming from Malaysia. Malaysia has set the gold standard when it comes to regional leadership. This is against a backdrop of global uncertainty that we are experiencing more than ever today. From the historic admission of Timor-Leste as our 11th member state to the progress of the digital economy framework, the Malaysian chairship has proven that a united ASEAN can be a major global player in the world today. I'd like to call in, representing the Malaysian chair, Tan Sri Tony Fernandes.
Your Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., President of the Republic of Philippines, First Lady Lisa Marcos, Joey Concepcion, ASEAN-BAC Philippines Chair. It is my profound honor to stand before you this evening at this historic Malacañan Palace representing ASEAN-BAC Malaysia. I convey the warm personal regards of our Chair, Tan Sri Nazir Razak. While he regrets that he cannot be here in person, he sends his deepest gratitude to our Philippine hosts and his best wishes for a triumphant year ahead. The handover marks more than a change of guard. It marks the continuity of our shared ambition. Last year, under the theme Unified Markets for Shared Prosperity, ASEAN-BAC Malaysia set out to prove that the private sector is not just a beneficiary of integration, but its primary engine. I am proud to report that we moved beyond advocacy to delivery. In 2025, we successfully rolled out 15 key policy initiatives and engaged over 1,500 global business leaders through our ASEAN Business and Investment Summit platforms. But our true measure of success lies in the mechanisms we built to make business easier, faster, and more seamless across our borders. Most notably, we operationalized the ASEAN Business Entity Framework. What began as a vision is now a reality. Crucially, the initiative has received the highest level of validation at home in Malaysia. I'm proud to share that the Government of Malaysia has formally included the ABE framework in our national budget planning. This signals a historic shift where regional integration is backed not just by sentiment, but by sovereign fiscal policies and incentives. It is our sincere hope that under the Philippines chairmanship, your administration will consider similar policy measures. By aligning our national budgets with our regional aspirations, we can ensure that the ABE evolves from a Malaysian initiative into a region-wide standard, unlocking true value for business in Manila, Kuala Lumpur, and beyond. Beyond the ABE, we laid the critical infrastructure for our digital, financial, and environmental future. We finalized the ASEAN IPO prospectus, a game changer that standardizes requirements to help our companies access capital markets across all 10 member states, or 11 now. We established the ASEAN Common Carbon Framework, aligning our standards to ensure the region remains competitive in this green economy. And we advanced the AI safety network, ensuring that our digital economy grows towards a projected 1 trillion by 2030. It does so responsibly and ethically. As we pass the baton, we do so with absolute confidence that the Philippines, under the dynamic leadership of Joey Concepcion, is perfectly positioned to take this momentum to new heights. We know that ASEAN-BAC Philippines brings a unique and vital focus and deep commitment to MSMEs, which form the backbone of our regional economy, and a strong vision for agriculture, development, and food security. We're excited to see how Joey's leadership will translate the macro frameworks we have built into micro opportunities for the millions of entrepreneurs across our islands. On behalf of ASEAN-BAC Malaysia, I pledge our unwavering support for the incoming Chair and Council. The work continues, the partnership strengthens, and the future of ASEAN remains bright. Mr. President, this is the hardest speech I've ever made because I've had to follow a script. Please give me a round of applause. In AirAsia, we don't have scripts. We go by the day. Mr. President, I just want to say one thing. It is always a joy to come to the Philippines. When I arrived at the airport, my favorite airport, as the boss is there, a little bit expensive, I went to my office, and you know, we've had a tough time during COVID, and I go around to all the offices. But when I come to AirAsia Philippines, the joy, the enthusiasm, the excitement, and the most important word, the positivity, is incredible. You have an amazing country, and I never fail to be happy after I come to the Philippines. Congratulations to you and to all the people in the Philippines. Good luck, Joey, and let's bring ASEAN more together. Thank you, and mabuhay.
Thank you, Tan Sri Tony Fernandes. And now, the Philippines, good evening. And now the Philippines will be, this is an evening that is very important, not just for regional integration, but how the Philippines will take over the chairmanship of ASEAN. Now we turn our gaze towards a new chapter. The Philippines ready to take the helm. The Philippines will be bringing fresh energy, vision, and commitment, and the message that the Philippines has always been ready for business. Take a glimpse of what's to come.
Across our region, from bustling cities to quiet villages, millions of dreams rise with every sunrise. Dreams of opportunity, dreams of dignity, dreams of a better tomorrow for our families. Today, we face shared challenges, from climate change and digital disruption to rising global and economic uncertainties. Yet in moments like these, one truth becomes even clearer: we are stronger together. In 2026, under the Philippines Chairship, navigating the future together, ASEAN-BAC lead the private sector to move forward together as one with a shared promise of inclusivity and sustainability in advancing prosperity for all.
This chairmanship is a commitment to stand side by side, public and private sector united in uplifting lives, protecting our people, and opening doors of opportunity for every ASEAN citizen. Because when one nation rises, we rise together as a region. Together as public-private alliance, we will navigate the future. There will be challenges, but together progress is possible. By strengthening the circle of prosperity, we advance prosperity for all.
Our people are ASEAN's greatest strength. We empower micro, small, and medium business enterprises, women and youth, giving them access to capital, markets, plus providing mentorship and skills. So every dream can become a reality, a chance to grow and flourish. We care for the only place we call home, our planet, building climate resilience communities, protecting our seas, skies, and forests, and enhancing food security. So future generations inherit a greener, safer, and more abundant ASEAN.
Technology should unite, not divide. We harness digital innovation and AI to connect communities, empower businesses, and make opportunities accessible to every ASEAN citizen. We unlock new possibilities, facilitate trade and investment, strengthen key sectors and industries to create meaningful jobs to support businesses, big and small.
This chairship is about unity, about building bridges across cultures and borders. We champion gender equality. We invest in the youth, our future. We stand for sustainability. We embrace a digital ASEAN, ready for the future. Because progress must leave no one behind.
We welcome you to the Philippine ASEAN Chairmanship 2026 in navigating the future together, advancing prosperity for all.
Mr. President, Our Excellencies, distinguished guests, we now present the ASEAN official logo of ASEAN-BAC Chairship 2026. ASEAN's journey forward has always been collective, and it's shaped by cooperation and sustained by partnership. As the Philippines assumes the ASEAN Chairship in 2026, if you can look at the logo, a shared vision takes form, a common vessel charting a collective course for our region's future. The ASEAN-BAC Chairship 2026 logo embodies this role, dynamic, bold, forward-charging, symbolizing momentum, connection, and whole of society in motion. At the center of the logo is a golden pearl, a symbol of prosperity formed over time that's earned, sustainable, and inclusive. Anchored by the ASEAN emblem, the logo affirms our regional identity across the region. Ladies and gentlemen, the future calls for a visionary captain. Let's all welcome the chair of ASEAN-BAC 2026, Mr. Joey Concepcion.
Good evening. Welcome, all of you. And I'd like to thank our President, President Marcos, of course, the First Lady, very supportive in all our needs in bringing ASEAN to where we are today. She finds me kulit because I keep texting her and all of this, trying to get more people into this event this evening. But anyway, I also like to thank Tony Fernandes, truly a marketing guy, marketing genius, and all the luck to your expansion with your fleet of planes competing with PAL. But seriously, to my fellow ASEAN-BAC members, welcome to the Philippines. To our partners in government and the private sector, my deepest thanks for your support. As you expressed your readiness to contribute to ASEAN 2026, this is the most important international engagement for the Philippines in years. In addition to the ASEAN Summit-related government activities, we will host the ASEAN Business and Investment Summit, which will convene global leaders, hopefully including Trump, experts and top executives to help shape the region's future. When I first became ASEAN-BAC Chair in 2017, I was the same age as my father Jocon when he was in ASEAN. And now I carry on his legacy, as does the President, whose father also was key in founding the ASEAN in 1967. Let us shared history guide our present task and make proud those who have helped build the region's enduring institutions. The ASEAN and the ASEAN-BAC. We have aligned our priorities in government, building on the overall theme of navigating for future together, advancing for prosperity for all. We harness the potential of our MSMEs, the youth and women. We aim to achieve sustainability in food, in energy, and environment. We shall accelerate digital and AI integration and connectivity. We will also further enhance trade and investments and scale up our creative economy, tourism, and key industries. We will make every Filipino and every Asian citizen proud of being part of ASEAN. We will tell the world that the Philippines and ASEAN are open and ready for business. This is my commitment to you, Mr. President. Together with George Barcelon, Michael Tan, and our ASEAN-BAC family, we will navigate our future. And I hope with all your support here, especially our sponsors who have helped us fund the ASEAN, thank you. But more so, what is important, and I share this with many of our colleagues, that ASEAN will be perceived in a way by our people, sometimes in the wrong way, that ASEAN is just for the rich businessmen. So what we intend to do is something different. What we will provide, we will mount job fairs and mentoring for our entrepreneurship. We're calling that Trabajo at Negosyo. As ASEAN is happening here, we will also mount these job fairs and negosyo events to bring our small entrepreneurs, the poor Filipinos who don't really understand what ASEAN is all about. We will have to help these people because they are the basic element that can help the Philippines grow. So together with Tessie Coson here and many of the mall owners, their support is basically to provide the malls access to bringing the job fairs, which we have done, Tessie, remember, because President wanted that to happen. And of course, aside from that, teaching our micro and small entrepreneurs to scale up. It is only through this that we can really have real inclusivity. We enjoy the food in the palace. Thank you, First Lady, for hosting this event here. But many outside don't have that opportunity. And everybody in this room has the power and the creativity to help those at the bottom of the pyramid. ASEAN will not reach its objective unless these 10 countries come together and solve the poverty problem in their respective countries. So I'd like to thank our leadership, President Marcos, the First Lady, and of course, our partner, Chris Roque, Trade Secretary, very effective in really bringing the private sector and government working hand in hand in helping those out there who are clinging to dear life because of lack of funds. So the private sector has committed its full support. And for the last 20 years, this is what we have been doing, helping our small entrepreneurs scale up. So again, thank you, First Lady and President, for allowing us to be hosted in this venue. And of course, it saves us from our budget of spending it ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joey Concepcion. Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves at a historic crossroads, a once in 11 years privilege that places the Philippines at the very heart of the regional and even the global stage. As we take the lead, the Philippines and this administration is building its legacy. This administration is sending the message that the Philippines has always been ready and ready for business and is prepared to lead Southeast Asia into a new era of prominence. As Joey said, I didn't even know that. His father was one of the early founders, one of the first presidents to have founded ASEAN. And he will be ending his administration in the next 2 years chairing ASEAN. Ladies and gentlemen, to put his own trademark on the chairship of the Philippines, let's all welcome the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency, Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Karen. The esteemed members of the Diplomatic Corps, the cabinet officials who are present with us this evening, ASEAN-BAC Philippines Chairman Joey Concepcion III, ASEAN-BAC Malaysia Council Member Tan Sri Anthony Fernandes, ASEAN-BAC Singapore Secretary General Mr. Siong Seng Teo, ASEAN-BAC Council members, and of course, the First Lady, Louise Araneta-Marcos, my fellow workers in government, our friends and partners coming from the private sector, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all to Malacañan Palace. As we mark the transition of the Association of Southeast Asians Business Advisory Council chairship from Malaysia to the Philippines, we do so with gratitude and with determination. Gratitude for the strong foundation laid by our predecessors and with determination to carry forward the work with the same sense of purpose and cooperation that has always defined ASEAN. This moment affirms the confidence placed in the Council as a vital partner of the ASEAN in advancing our shared regional priorities. More importantly, it reminds us that ASEAN's strength has always rested on our collective ability to build upon what has been achieved and to move forward together. As the Philippines assumes the ASEAN-BAC Chairship, it is guided by our theme as this year's ASEAN Chair, Navigating Our Future Together. This theme speaks clearly to our emerging needs and challenges. Across the region, economies are transforming, technologies are advancing, societies are progressing, all towards inclusive growth. ASEAN ensures that progress is guided by cooperation strengthened by mutual trust and anchored in common accountability. This is how we turn uncertainty into opportunity and change into lasting progress. Under the Philippine Chairship, we place strong emphasis on building economic corridors that expand trade and investment, strengthen regional supply chains, and open doors of opportunity for businesses and communities across ASEAN. We note that the ASEAN-BAC's priorities for this year, anchored on 4 pillars: people, planet, platform, and productivity, are fully supportive of these priorities. These initiatives include empowering micro, small, and medium enterprises, workers, youth, and women, strengthening food security and agricultural productivity, advancing a digital and AI-enabled ASEAN, and boosting industry growth and regional integration across key sectors. The Philippines remains fully committed to supporting ASEAN-BAC's plans and programs in the year ahead. We will continue to provide platforms for dialogue and partnership by bringing together policymakers, business leaders, investors, innovators. And in doing so, we deepen regional cooperation. We strengthen confidence in ASEAN and support the crucial work of ASEAN-BAC. The vision and leadership of the private sector remains indispensable. As ASEAN-BAC marks its silver anniversary, we recognize its contribution as a trusted partner in translating regional aspirations into concrete action. We also recognize the Council's continued leadership in shaping initiatives that are forward-looking, inclusive, and responsive to the needs of our region. As we move forward, let us invest in the enduring promise of ASEAN itself, in our people, in our partnerships, and in the future that we are creating together. When we commit to cooperation anchored in trust and purpose, we ensure that progress reaches every community and opportunity remains within reach of all. In closing, I recognize the responsibility now entrusted to the ASEAN-BAC Philippines as to guide the Council through 2026. I fully trust the Council's readiness to approach this task with competence and with confidence. Together, let us navigate the future of ASEAN, united in purpose, confident in our capacity, and guided by our responsibility to the generations that will follow. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the highlight of tonight's handover, the formal handover of the chairship. Mr. President, may we request you remain on stage as we invite ASEAN-BAC Malaysia's Tan Sri Tony Fernandes and Mr. Joey Concepcion as the ASEAN-BAC Chair 2026 to the stage for the handover. This gesture honors a legacy of excellence from our Malaysian counterparts, and this signals the start of a dynamic new mandate for the Philippines. May we now invite on stage First Lady Louise Araneta-Marcos, DTI Secretary Chris Roque, ASEAN-BAC Philippine members George Barcelon, Michael Tan. And we would now like to request the representatives of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council. Please join them on stage. All right. Thank you very much. I wonder if, do they all fit in the photo? Okay, thank you, Excellencies and ASEAN-BAC members. May we now invite, not yet, okay. Okay. Would you want, all right, Joey would like to adjust the photos. Joey, how would you want to do it, sir? All right, tighten up. In the Philippines, cuddle. Thank you very much. May we now invite ASEAN-BAC's esteemed corporate and program partners to proceed on stage for the third batch of photos. Thank you very much, ASEAN-BAC PH corporate and program partners. May we now call on stage the ASEAN-BAC Philippine family members, showing full support to the chair. Thank you very much, Mr. President, the First Lady, Mr. Concepcion, and the family. And once again, to all the supporters of ASEAN-BAC, we thank you also, Your Excellency President Marcos Jr., for hosting this milestone. Your presence affirms that the Philippine Chairship will be defined by strong collaboration between the government, the private sectors, and all stakeholders.